So I just got out the gym. My legs feel like jello. It was a good yoga session, 45 minutes. She spent way too long on each move. She even said it at the end on about she needs her sessions to be 2 hours long. So I think I've got my pass, so since I've got my pass we can get into the workspace. So this is my workspace. So I want to just quickly jump on because my daughter's got her first job interview today. So I need to get back. I was going to shower at the gym, but I didn't pack my clothes. I just thought I'll just go yoga and then just fly home. So I'll get ready when I get home. But I want to talk about something. Let me shut the door. Because in yoga, I was just having an experience. I don't know why, but hi, I'm Asherah Rose. I just did a little short video earlier on. So what I'll do, I'll just combine these two videos together because my storage space is just going on absolutely crazy at the moment, which it always does. But the thing is, I bought this phone and I made sure that I bought 1 gigabyte. This has got 1 gigabyte and I'm already at capacity. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to give you a understanding of how much recordings, pictures and receipts and documents I've been collecting over the way. I mean, one of these videos alone is 5 hours long. What the fuck? It's like time just disappears. I feel like I've been on here half an hour. When I look down, 3 hours have passed. But this is normal. This is what it's like in my bedroom. I've got documents and you can hear me on a dictaphone, which is about 97 hours. Not about, it actually is. And you can hear me saying, what the fuck, I'm losing time. And I'm having to write down the time when I'm in the moment. I've gone again, I'm in the room, obviously, but I've gone again. And literally 2 hours or 3 hours have passed and I'm like, what the? You know, it's crazy. So this jumping timeline thing is real, man. This quantum leaping is very real. So anyway, long story short, I wanted to tell you about me being in the yoga session and I just started laughing. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I've had alopecia. Yeah, so this is why I don't have any hair. I lost my hair 3 times because I've been married to a demon, a warlock. Do you know what I mean? And part of the mission was that, you know, these people were going to literally try and suck off my life force energy. To the point where it had physical effects, but at the same time the ancestors have also been a part of it because they're like, you are a true avatar and a blood clot predator. So don't hand the good like predator, you know, don't fuck blood. My ancestors look like this, my African ancestors look like this, and I see us in like space as galactic beings, and even the galactic beings look like this. So even though to you it might seem like, oh my God, alopecia, it's so trauma. And I guess in some respects at the beginning, before I knew what was going on, it probably was perceived like that. But at the same time, it wasn't. I don't remember ever being in a moment of panic. There was always some kind of undercurrent of reassurance that everything's going to be okay. And then my hair grew longer than this. And then it went again. So they kind of showed me, like, don't worry about it. If we want it to grow, it will grow. And if we don't want it to grow, it won't grow. You know what I mean? It's all in divine timing. So I learned to just let go. And I used to sit down and I used to sing and meditate to India Ari song, I Am Not My Hair. You know what I mean? I had to disassociate with the ideology of hair. And I think that's why I literally can look at myself at any time of the day, at any moment, and just know that I'm fucking beautiful. Because even when I've got no eyebrows, because I literally had no eyebrows, no eyelashes or whatever, they still come to me and show me that I look like ancestors. Like every single stage I have gone through in my life, there is somebody in my generational lineage that looks like me. My face is not a stranger. And sometimes if you don't know who you look like, for example, if you've been adopted, I've got this croakiness in my voice, I've just noticed. There's a vibration. I wonder what that is. Anyway, can you hear it? It's like a going on. But, like people, children that have been adopted, sometimes they can struggle because they look in the mirror and they don't identify themselves with the people around them. And believe it or not, that alone can make you feel isolated. That alone can lead to some really deep-rooted traumas, because as entities, we want to connect. We want to be similar. We want to not be I'd say be the same as, to be fair, but you just want to see yourself in someone else. And that's what happened to me. I saw myself in the ancestors and I fell in love with myself. You know what I mean? I fell in love with myself. My God. Because to not love me would be to not love them. And to not love them would be impossible. It would be absolutely impossible. I'd rather be with them now than even be here recording this video camera. And that's why I step out and go to foreign countries by myself to complete missions for the Almighty, because I generally do not care. Dead or alive, I don't care. I'm dead already. Being here on this planet means you're dead already, because as from you're born, your flesh is dying. You're getting older and older and older and older every single day. You're dying. You're dead already, mate. The living is with the ancestors. What they call the dead is actually the living. We are the dead. This is the dead. Physical, bone, flesh that rots, that decays, that pussies, that shits, that pisses, that sweats. This is death. When I'm in my spiritual self, rocking with my shamanicness, I don't even want to eat. Honestly, I struggle to engage in earthly things because it's just so primitive. Really is primitive. So let me get off that subject anyway, because I was in yoga and I was doing a move, and I was just thinking about, because I'm the reason why I'm coming to yoga and the reason why I'm willing to step out my yard early in the morning to get to yoga, and it's not no joke thing. I'm not just putting on the camera and saying I'm at yoga. I went to yoga, but the reason why I'm going to yoga is that last night, listen to this, man. The camera storage was going on. I tried to do some videoing on the laptop. At one point it was videoing, I think it was at like 1.48, and then next it cut off. So I'm trying to do another. It's basically, technology is all long, but when you check it, we're in a Mercury retrograde right now. So if you're an academic person watching this and you've never come across the term Mercury retrograde, you can go online and type in Mercury retrograde, what is it? But in the esoteric community, the word Mercury retrograde is a very, very popular language. And basically, it means that Mercury is moving at such a speed that it looks like she's going backwards, not forward. So the retrograde is the movement of going backwards, but it's not really going backwards. It's just the appearance of going backwards, which to me doesn't make any sense, to be fair. My son was explaining it from his perspective the other day. And even though he's saying that if you look at a car, mum, and a car is going fast, at some point that car will look like it's either stopped or going back. And I get that, because when you spin something, it kind of just looks like the thing is just there now and it hasn't moved. It's a concept like that. So I do understand the concept. I just don't believe that's what's happening during a retrograde for some reason, But as time goes by, we'll get the downloads. So anyway, I'm in this yoga class. Last night I was listening to this. The reason why I was mentioning Mercury retrograde is because Mercury is the planet of communication. Yeah. So this is why I'm stumbling over my words, because the concept is Mercury is moving retrograde, which means that it messes up your communication. It messes up technology. They say don't sign any contracts. It means all those people that you've got rid of and pushed out your life, the ex-man, his cousin, brother, whoever, then people start to try and come back in your life because it's reversing. Does that make sense? So what wasn't there or what used to be there is coming back round again. And technology and communication, there's interference. So I'm just trying to explain why it might sound like my voice actually does sound a little bit rocky, croaky, and I don't understand why, because this is not a tone I'm familiar with. And I am familiar with lots of tones because I do jump timelines. And when I jump timelines, I jump into multi different personalities of myself, and each one of them have their own personality, and it comes out in a voice. Whereas this voice that you're hearing right now is a completely new voice to me, because I don't talk like that. I don't talk with a echo or a rocky, and I'm not even sure if the mic's picking it up, because I might just absolutely sound normal. But here, what I can hear in my ears is that my throat is like it's almost like sore throat type of thing, but there's no sore throat pain, but yet still I'm getting a croaky voice vibe. So that's just something to pay attention to. But anyway, my throat, I didn't have a drink in yoga, so it could be that I haven't had a drink in yoga when I'm applying a 3D brain to it. If I apply a 5D brain to it, it's channeling, it's ancestors coming in, and there's vibrational channeling, and there's also tones to the frequency of the sounds that I'm making that is communicating with some of another level, okay? But so those are the two composing thoughts that I get at the same time, that I have to work through and use discernment to know which one it might be. And most of the time it is both, to be fair, because I'm operating on multi-levels. As I said, it's multi-dimensional. Anyway, I'm in yoga. I'm in yoga. The reason why I'm coming to yoga is because I can feel that my divine kingdom spouse is coming in. Like my true soulmate, my twin flame, whatever you want to call it, it doesn't really matter. I just refer to it as a kingdom spouse. The reason why I call it a kingdom spouse is because my father, in the kingdom of heaven, so to speak, I'm trying to say, has handpicked and crafted a divine masculine for me, my equally yoked divine masculine. And I can feel that my equally yoked other, as in my carbon copy of self, is not far away. Like, we engage in the 5D anyway, and it's so beautiful and it's so lovely. But I'm just, and as far as I'm concerned, if it's not God, I don't want anybody else. I've already said that. So I've set my standards very, very high, which means that often when I go out on a mission for the Almighty, it's a serious mission. So my shamanic tutor, because I'm doing my shamanic training, she's really worried about me at the moment, in a sense. Not worried about me. She's basically looking to have a conversation with my ancestors tomorrow to tell them that they need to take it easy with me, because at the end of the day, I am in a 3D body. Do you know what I mean? And the fact that I've gone to about 5, nearly 6 different countries this year alone to do ancestral work and ritual work on the lands of Africa, Jamaica, Bali, fucking Tunisia. Do you know what I mean? Not Tunisia this year, sorry. Istanbul. I went to Tunisia last year in 2024. But the fact that they've got me running around and all this kind of thing, she's saying that my physical body needs a break, because she knows just alone in October, I went to 3 different countries. In October, I went Jamaica, I went Dubai, I went Bali. So she's just saying that I need a break physically. But on the flip side, I know what time it is, and I know that this is a blood clot war, and there ain't no time for blood clot sleeping, because jobs need to get done. This is a mission, and it is all out war. So I don't need no sleep. I'm very much happy to continue and crack on, because there are a lot of dragons, warlocks, demons, and everybody else that needs to be slayed. You know what I'm saying? And as far as I'm concerned, that's my job. Because I know who I am. So earlier on, I was saying that they revealed about the cube to me, because I embodied the energy of Metatron. I got bare male entities in me. It's almost like originally I must have just been a man, but how could I be a man when I know that God's a woman? It's so weird. But the men that I have been is like King Solomon. You know what I mean? Like, well, when I've been King Solomon, I haven't been King Solomon. I've been with King Solomon as Sheba. So I haven't seen myself as King Solomon, but I've seen myself as like man's like Enoch, bad man, baddest earth angel. If you know about Enoch, you know. And then Enoch, he got turned into Metatron, because Enoch was the most devoted angel. He like literally built a ladder to get to heaven because he wanted to spend his time with God. That's how I feel. I'm ready to build a blood clot ladder, and it's because I invoke the energy of Enoch, so devoted to the Most High. You couldn't sway me. Listen, not even my kid, nobody. I've been tested. I've been tested. I'm just looking at the time. Anyway, and then the other day when I was in Bali, I went to the purification temple and got purified. And then I went into a shamanic reading, which is on the video, you can listen. And I gave birth to some fucking entity, well, a baby. But the fact of the matter is, when I was there, I seen myself as Shiva, a blue male with lots of arms, 4 arms. And I'm like, so basically, I've been Shiva. I am seeing myself as Shiva. I'm being depicted as Shiva because I get access to my Akashic records to be able to see who I've been in past lives. And I'm just saying that there are a number of, as much as there are women, there are a number of men, but I'm just noticing that the men seem to be some really heavyweight players. Like Shiva is like the god of destruction. You know, it's a mash down thing. And I'm a mash down kind of person, but I'm also Isis. And Isis is a destructor. She's a mash down person. So my personality is just to mash it down. I don't have no problem burning bridges. I don't have no problem burning boats. I'm a burn all the boats kind of girl. Nobody's getting off this island alive. We're either going in and we're killing it and winning this war, or we ain't going home. Nobody ain't seeing their wife. Nobody ain't seeing their kids. Nobody ain't seeing their land again. I'm that guy. You know, and I don't know where all that big vulture energy comes from, because just me, I walk in a room by myself. So this is what I was downstairs laughing at in yoga. I'm conscious of the time because I've also got to bring my daughter to her interview and I got to shower and blah blah blah. So anyway, I'm in yoga laughing because I'm thinking about all this stuff while the ancestors are talking to me about all this stuff while I'm in the yoga class. So I burst out laughing because yesterday night I went up to the shop when I left the gym. And the guy at the shop should have put a vape in the bag for my daughter because I paid for it and he forgot. So I went up there and I said, you. And he said, I'm so sorry. I said, listen, you little pussy hole. He said, listen, you know that I went up to take it out the drawer, but for somehow I never took it out the drawer and I never put it in the bag. I'm sorry. I said, after the other day I was in here, you had about the little girl's teeth because she come in with like 70 pence and the drink's like 79 pence and he's looking at her sideways. And I'm like, it's a kid. You got a big shop. What's the problem? He's like, nah. She's in there every day trying to get something for not the same price. And I'm like, well, what's... Because I told her, go on, I'll pay for whatever the difference is. Put it on the fucking tab and it's a kid. It's a child. Do you know what I mean? And he's like, nah. She's in there every day doing it. And I'm like, I don't care when it comes to kids, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, the Almighty said, bless the little children, innit? Just bless them. They're new, man. Just bless them. And then this pussy hole has gone on like that about this little girl and then fucking charged me £15 for something that he didn't even put in my blood clot bag. Of course I called him a pussy hole. Twice I called him a pussy hole. So anyway, while we was in the shop, he said, oh, you haven't seen your little friend? Because some yardie man come in there a few months ago and was trying to put it on heavy. But I am Jamaican, so I put it back on him. He wants my number. You're not getting my number. He's touching me. I said, you can't touch my pretty skin, rude boy. Because if you touch me, you get energized. Just like when the woman touched his cloth and Jesus knew that she had took some of his life force energy. That's what it is. Don't make them touch you. Don't make them touch you. Don't make them literally, even just to look at you. They're trying to absorb all your golden light and your energy. Nah, man, make them fuck off, man. So I've said, no, come off me, because on my arm, I've got certain markings and certain tattoos all over my body and stuff like that. So certain things mean certain things, and I get certain feelings and where to tear. But anyway, this pussy also, I haven't seen him since like August, early September. But he had said in the shot that he's going Jamaica. And I was talking to my man about I'm going Jamaica because my ancestors were telling me to go Jamaica. I ain't booked no flight to Jamaica, but I know I'm going Jamaica. Anyway, he's going Jamaica. So when the Asian guy in the shop said, he's Indian, he's Sikh. He said, have you seen your friend? As he said that, this fucking man comes in the shop. Nobody ain't seen him, but all of a sudden he's in the shop. And he's got a coat on, a hat on, everything, but he's wary. He's like he's tiptoes in to get in the shop. And I'm thinking, why is he going on like that after the last time he practically had his chest going out and about he can be my man and everything. But at the same time, I've just noticed his energy and I can see certain things going on around him, but I'm still talking to my man. So he says hello and I just nod at him and carry on talking to my man. And then as I finish talking to the Asian guy, and I've turned to him and said, yo, did you go yard? He said, yeah. I said, what? I knew he went yard. I said, what day did you get back from yard? Because I wanted to know if he was in Jamaica during the hurricane. So he said he got back on the 7th, which I flew. I landed in Jamaica on the 7th. But I really realised that he was acting sheepish. Then I got a download because he said he was in Kingston. So I said, yeah, man, I went Kingston. I done the drive from the Good to Kingston. And the man took blood clot 5 hours, so we were laughing about it. He said, what kind of drive? But I said that the storm did come, so there was trees and everything in the road, so that would have took long. I'm conscious that I've got 1 minute left. Anyway, Spirit gave me a download when I was in yoga, because when I went to Kingston, I went to the baddest strip club in Kingston. Yeah? And as soon as I stepped in the door, my nan took me in a ritual, you know. And then next thing you know, I've shouted that because I'm dancing to Jada Kingdom song. And I said, a gunman alone, let me drop panty. Can you imagine screaming out in a club that a gunman alone let you drop panty and there's no gunman in sight and you're in Kingston, Jamaica? Listen, I don't know what it is, but my ancestors are pop. No bad man wanted to step up to me and claim no pum-pum. I'm telling you, I'm ready to drop drawers for any bad man in this club, and there's not a bad man in there. I am the bad man in the club. That's how serious this shit is. I'm in Kingston, real life 3D, shouting out, a bad man alone, let me drop panty, and there's nobody to be seen. There's mans in there, don't get me wrong, we're in a strip club. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And Jamaica mans are fresh like that. They've tried to drag me off the bus at 15 years of age. Don't get it twisted. If they want something, they go get it. So don't think it's that. They're just wearing a bad man.